good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Assembly. Bobby Glass. A renowned inventor and genius, a man with an encyclopedic knowledge of engineering and science, someone who can whip together any manner of devices in a flash. Assembly was one of the first few characters I came up with when designing Serration. At the time, I had already thought up his banner, and simply wanted a character to go with it. However, a simple inventor is much too boring, and I wanted to give depth to the members of the team. Bob Glass was originally simply an inventor for steel tech, but very quickly that backstory changed into the tarnished engineer that was sacked by the greatest corporation in Stylemoff. It turned into a man who represented many things, such as corporate greed, secrecy, and the issues of invention versus ownership. Bob Glass is the one-man army behind the modernization of Luminescence City. As pointed out by Eddie in Chapter 1, the whole city runs on massive generators, dubbed the Chimera generators, the designs of which were created by Assembly. Of course, after he was fired, Assembly had no claim to these generators, as anything created under the name of a company is owned by the company, not the inventor. At the time of Assembly's creation, I had multiple friends researching varying branches of engineering, and through them I was permitted a peek into the sketchy and morally ambiguous world of engineering, specifically, the corporate world of engineering. Greed, ownership, and morality issues flow freely in such a world, and much as this world gives headaches to ethics committees worldwide, it also gave inspiration for Assembly's character. Assembly was a man who did as he was told for a very long time. A puppet, a face for billboards smothering a mind for humanity. Until he realized he had a choice between staying a morally gray servant of capitalism or choosing to work for the greater good, building homes, not bombs, so to speak. He believes in a world where only those with pure intent should have the funding to create, a world where anything invented are items that serve as a net positive for humanity. Assembly's character is one of change. Someone who was once a twisted, incorrect version of themselves, slowly but surely becoming who they were always meant to be. Growing into himself, and being able to stand up as the man he always was, the man who was shut away for so long. Assembly's banner, I think, reflects that. His banner is a rucksack with endless tools and scrap, pieces and parts of something beautiful that hasn't found shape yet. Assembly simply coaxes the parts into shape, the shape it was meant to be. I think of Assembly as the team's leader, the one who pushes the members of Serration to grow and continue fighting for their goals. He is the guiding hand, bringing objects and people together and helping them find purpose just as he is trying to find purpose. Assembly will always be a man who invents. He will always be a man who builds. But Assembly will not always be a man who works with metal and wires. Sometimes Assembly is a man who works with friends and allies. Some days Assembly is an inventor, others he is a friend, and others he is a leader. But every day, Assembly is a man who builds. That is who Assembly is to me. But who is Assembly to you? Thank you. The next character deep dive will come after the release of Chapter 4. The character deep dive will be on Seration's own medic, Artery, but more on her at the end of the Chapter 4 audio chapter. For now, thank you for listening. Have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, and Happy New Year.